The Steducentre 2015 Grade 6 A&A Exam Review, Maths. Part 3. Name the types of angles indicated in the diagram. For 19.1, you need to find angle C, and for 19.2, you need to find angle A. You have an acute angle that's less than 90 degrees. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. A straight angle is exactly 180 degrees. A reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees. And a full rotation is exactly 360 degrees. So 19.1 is an acute angle for C, and 19.2 is a reflex angle for angle A. Choose the name of each quadrilateral below from the words in the frame. You have a rectangle, trapezium, square, and parallelogram. Answer the questions for 20.1, 20.2, and 20.3. It is very important to know the properties of your shapes. So the types of triangles that you would get would be an equilateral triangle where all sides and angles are equal. And the equal angles are 60 degrees. Then you'll have an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has two sides that are the same, which means the two angles are the same. And a scalene has all three sides that are different. The types of quadrilaterals that one needs to know would be a parallelogram, a rhombus, a rectangle, a square. You have a diamond or a kite, or a trapezium. Congruent means exactly the same. You also have characteristics of a parallelogram. The definition is that both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Both pairs opposite sides are congruent. Both pairs opposite angles are congruent. All consecutive angles add up to 180 degrees. The diagonals bisect each other. One pair of the sides is parallel and congruent. Your characteristics of your rectangle are the same as those of a parallelogram. The only other thing you need to remember is that all four angles are congruent and your diagonals are congruent as well. So 20.1 is a parallelogram, 20.2 is a trapezium, and 20.3 is a rectangle. Complete the table involving the 3D object shown in the sketch. You need to give the name of the object, hexagonal prism. You have to determine the number of vertices, the number of edges, and the number of faces. The hexagonal prism has got 12 vertices, 18 edges, and 8 faces. So if you're looking at the faces, there are 2 hexagons and 6 rectangles. If you look at the edges, there are 6 on top, 6 at the bottom, and 6 on the side. Question 22. At an athletics meeting, a measuring tape was used to measure the distance jumped by 3 boys. Question 22.1. Who jumped the furthest? And question 22.2. How far did Ben jump? 22.1, we can see Charlie jumped the furthest. And 22.2, Ben jumped 5.2 meters. The following is a picture of a scale that is used for weighing lemons. What is the mass of the lemons shown in the picture? 23.1, the mass in kgs is, and 23.2, convert the mass in question 23.1 to grams. For 23.1, the mass is 2.5 kgs and converted into grams is 2,500 grams. Question 24. The volume of water in a water tank is 60 liters. How much water is left after 6.7 liters of water is taken out? If I started with 60 liters and I took out 6.7 liters, I would be left with 53.3 liters. Question 25. At a particular moment, the following times are noted in cities around the world. Use the timeline to answer the questions that follow. At 7:57 in New York, it is 12:57 in London, and it is 13:57 in Paris. 25.1. What is the time difference between London and New York? And 25.2. What time will it be in Paris if it is 13.45 in New York. The time difference between London and New York is 5 hours, and the time in Paris, if it is 1:45 in New York, will be 1:45. What is the mode of the given set of numbers? 12, 15, 18, 11, 18, 19, 15, 18, and 10. Mode is the number that pitches up the most. In this case, 18 pitches up the most. So 18 is your mode. Question 27. This pie chart indicates how 120 gold stars were awarded to 5 grade 6 learners. Peter got 30, Tandy 45, Susan got 20, Golisa got 15, and Chris got, we don't know how many. 27.1. Who received 20 stars? 27.2. Calculate how many stars Chris received. And 27.3. What percentage of the stars did Peter get? A pie chart is a type of chart in which a circle is divided into sectors and that each represents a portion of the whole. In this pie chart, there were 120 gold stars that were awarded. We know Peter got 30, Tandy got 45, Susan got 20, and Lisa got 15. So therefore, we can work out how many Chris got by saying 120 minus what everybody else got. 27.1. Susan received 20 stars. Chris would have received 10 stars. And the percentage of the stars that Peter got was 1/4 or 25%. Question 28. In a shop, some tables have 3 legs and some tables have 4 legs. Altogether, there are 23 legs. How many 3-legged and how many 4-legged tables could there be in the shop? Here we are looking for tables whose legs will add up to 23 legs, but each of the table will either have 3 or 4 legs only. So we have 2 options. We can have 5 tables with 4 legs and 1 table with 3 legs. That will give us a total of 23 legs. Or we can have 2 tables with 4 legs and 5 tables with 3 legs. It will still give us a total of 23 legs. Thank you for watching the Steducentre, turning ordinary learners into extraordinary leaders.